Hey there, and welcome to Real Investment News. I'm Mike O'Neill. The sales of previously owned homes jumped unexpectedly last month, which may come as no surprise for anyone who might be looking or selling. The National Association of Realtors says existing home sales jumped to 5.6 million in March. Analysts were actually just expecting a 0.2% climb from February, but this was a 1.1% increase. And consequently, the median price of existing homes also climbed last month from $242,600 to $252,100. Now, the biggest problem is that there is an acute shortage of homes out there, especially at the lower end of the market. There was a 21% drop year to year in the sales of homes below $100,000. And that leads us to another issue, renting. Last week, the Pew Charitable Trust released a study looking at renting in America between 2001 and 2015. Now, back in 2001, you can see the difference between those who owned and those who rented for these four different age groups. For example, 86% of those 65 years or older actually owned their homes, just 14% rented, and for the younger generation, it was actually 40 and 60% rented. Fast forward to 2015, you can see the number of people who are renting has actually increased for all of the age groups. And when you take a look at this, gross rent between 2001 and 2015, it increased at about 3% a year. But income has actually fallen. It was actually down 0.1% from 2001 to 2015. Now, an estimated 38% of renter households says that they were actually rent burdened, meaning that they were spending more than a third of their income on rent. And that number is double from where it was in 2001. And this increase here doesn't even include other expenses like electric, water, gas, cable, the utilities. So when it comes to like setting money aside, well, that's becoming more and more difficult. In owner households, families were actually able to save $4,000 a year back in 2001. That got up to about $7,000 back in 2015. But when you look at the people who are renting, well, those numbers, it was just $800 in 2001 and then $1,000 in 2015. And when you consider those who are burdened renters, again, those paying more than 30% of their income just towards rent, take a look at this. It was just $7 and then up to $10 in 2015. Now, the study's authors say the growing number of those who are rent burdened should serve as a red flag to policymakers that American families are not as financially resilient as they may think. That's it for now. Thank you so very much for watching. Please remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Check out our past reports at realinvestmentnews.com. I'm Mike O'Neill. Thanks again for watching.